Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greatly Grant channel. In this channel, we are talking about the UAG grant updates and information, and also we are also going to be updating you on the Theobarth and IMF and other grant informations. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing so that when next we publish our next video, you will be kindly notified. Thank you once again for having me on Greatly channel. Bye for now.
I welcome you to this very important submission, which it's going to spice up your faith. And I believe that when faith is tested, you are to hold on stronger, because a deeper insight into the imminent disbursement of this UAAG grant is just in sight. Be consciously reassured that a good day for the grant community in Nigeria is already fixed and it is settled. I'm going to be addressing one or two things that is going to bring your understanding to realization and quick recognition of what you need to know, possibly that you are walking away from at this time when you are tested, when it appears like you are tempted, but it's all for the good and betterment of what is ahead of you. But then I want to start with this. Now listen close. A few days ago, a subscriber to this grant, to the UAAG grant platform, shared a very sincere reflection of the county director, Apostle Ken. He had seen Apostle Ken in Kubwa. For those of you who are in Abuja or who are used to Abuja and who knew Kubwa, that Kubwa is one satellite town in Abuja, and he personally had seen the county director in Kubwa, and the encounter was ordinary, as in Apostle Ken was calm. He was unhurried, he was composed. But for this particular subscriber, that very calmness sparked confusion. In fact, even frustration. You know why? A kind of asking like, how could he be so calm when so many are waiting, so many people are hoping, so many people are depending on this grant? And he is so calm. He wondered. In his heart, perhaps he wished for signs of panic or visible stress in the face of the county director, something to signal urgency for him, something that might convince him that disbursement was now just a breath away. But instead, he saw peace and began to lose interest. In fact, in his word, he said, that was the moment I began to lose interest for what I saw on his site. But herein lies the paradox. What if that calmness is not a sign of indifference, but of deeper assurance? What if it signals something greater? An inner conviction that the outcome has already been settled in the spiritual and administrative realm and is only awaiting its timely physical manifestation right in this physical realm. I want us to take a deep journey through the unseen layers of this mission, the storms that are already weathered, the spiritual meanings behind the delays, the reasons why those who wait with faith shall yet rejoice. Now, this is a journey and a process that is ordered by destiny. I want you to know that the UAAG grant has not been a walk in the park. No. It has stretched months and for some, even years. From documentation to screening, from verification to orientation, the phases have seemed endless at different times. Many have even questioned, why so many processes? Why the silence? Why the delay until now? But careful reflection reveals something important. This is not an ordinary project. This is not just another token initiative. This is a divine agenda that is clothed in administrative garments. The strain, the stretch, the silence, it all fits the biblical pattern of how God works with things that carry eternal weight. Remember the words that says, don't burden much about the past strenuousness of the process, as careful examination and evaluation of everything shows that God is behind it all. And that's the reason the process has been rigorously undertaken. That's not just comfort, that's revelation. No divine promises manifested ever that is casual. Abraham waited. Joseph was thrown in prison before the palace. The Israelites had to march around Jericho 7 times before the walls fell. In each case, God was preparing not just the blessing, but the people who would carry the blessing. And in the same way, the grant community in Nigeria is not just receiving money. I want you to know that. They are being trained to steward purpose. What is coming is not merely capital, it is divine empowerment. This silence that speaks volumes. When there is silence, it doesn't communicate inactivity of any sort. I want that to sink into your understanding so well. Now let's just walk back the memory lane. God, the creator of the universe, of the heavens and the earth, imagined the world and his earth before speaking it into being. Silence in his method precedes manifestation. In the same fashion, Apostle Ken's closely current composure is not negligence. I want you to know that it is not negligence. It is the stillness of something who knows what he carries and what he has finalized behind the scenes. Anyone who has followed the course very closely will recall that there are moments where even the smallest advancement took weeks of negotiation, some weeks of spiritual warfare and administrative approvals, yet progress continued, quietly, sometimes invisibly. And those who mistake silence for slumber, they misunderstand the weight of divine timing and appointment. Now, the current phase, this perceived pause that is felt all over the ecosystem, is not a retreat. It is not a retreat. It is, I see it as a calculated breath before the release. Apostle Ken is unyielding. He has commitment and is unyielding. So to doubt Apostle Ken's commitment to disbursement is to ignore the trail of sacrifice that he has made along this journey at one time or the other. From Abuja to Lagos, from late night meetings to security clarifications, Apostle Ken has put his life, his ministry, his voice on the line. Many would have stepped back under the weight of public scrutiny and pressure, but he remained He remained. He has not fed people with false hopes. He has held back announcements until certainty is going to align with responsibility. Even now, the calmness that you see in him is not passivity. It is the peace of a man who knows the gate is about to open. Why should that calm cause you to lose interest? Why should that calmness in his face cause you, brother, to lose interest? Would you prefer a kind of leader who panics with the crowd, or one who stands as an anchor through the storm? It is his calmness that should give you some level or measure of renewed hope and confidence in what we pursue. It is his stillness that confirms that the seed is already in the soil and is only waiting to sprout in its appointed time. What do we know now? At least we know that at this point in this journey, we are assured that every internal verifications have been concluded. The beneficiaries were screened, they were documented and finalized. The external validations have been ongoing. The disbursement process has had to meet with compliance and complied with several external regulatory bodies, and hence the delays. But these have now been also largely resolved. Funds, we know that they are not hypothetical. They are not just audio. They exist. We know these. We don't allow anybody to bamboozle us with this that is hypothetical. Funds are valid. Funds is real. This has been affirmed repeatedly from different quarters. The grant isn't a promissory note. No, it is a fund that is already structured and is only awaiting final channels of release. Catch up, brother. Catch up, sister. The spiritual cover is strong. Many times, disbursement has been delayed not due to technical issues, but spiritual oppositions. I can tell you this point blank. The enemy knows what a disbursed and empowered nation or generation of Nigerians would look like. But prayer, fasting, and divine concentration and alignment have kept the processes alive until now. Signs of final movement are surfacing now. Certain back-end activities in recent weeks, they are pointing to imminent disbursement. And this may not be public yet. It might not be visible to the physical eyes yet, but trusted insiders are beginning to affirm that final updates are in process. And why you must not give up now. If there was ever a time to believe, it is now. If there was ever a moment to hold on, it is this one. You have already waited this long. What is one more mile to the finish line? You have endured the night. Don't walk away just before the dawn breaks. Your household, your future, your destiny is linked to this harvest. Let not weariness cheat you out of it. So this is not a season to disconnect emotionally. This is the season to stir your faith. Brother, listening to me right now. Sister, hearing the sound of my voice. This is the season to stir your faith, to rekindle your prayers, to stand on every assurances. Because heaven has already set the day for Nigeria's grant community, and in divine calendars, nothing delays the sunrise when it is time to come out. I want to speak to the believers in the house. In times like this, let's be honest. There is fatigue. Yes. Many are emotionally tired. Some are angry, some are skeptical, and some are tempted to leave the grant ecosystem. Some have said enough is enough. But remember this, when God is about to birth something great, it often comes with bad pangs. I don't know whether you know this. Whenever God is set to birth something great, it either comes with bad pangs or bad pains. So what should you do now? Stay connected. Brother, stay connected. Don't isolate yourself from updates or communities, even when it is quiet. Stay informed. Isolation is the last step towards destruction. Speak life. Instead of negative conversations, declare boldly, my disbursement is assured. The time is near. Do you know that words are seeds? You can root out in doubt what you planted in faith in a second. So speak life. Pray with fresh intensity. You have to do that. You just have to do that. You have to pray with fresh intensity. If you have ever believed in spiritual warfare, now is the time to engage in that. Lift the county director, Apostle Professor Ken, in prayers. Pray for administrative gatekeepers. Pray for angelic accelerations. Encourage others. Yes. Be the reason why someone else holds on. Share hope and not frustration to the people. My final words to the watchful. Dear very expectant one, your patience has not been in vain. Your endurance has not gone unnoticed. In God's arithmetic, nothing is wasted, not even time. The fact that you saw Apostle Ken and you were surprised at his calmness, it only shows how much you care and how deeply you've journeyed with this vision. But understand this, those who carry divine assignments, they often walk in a peace that confounds logic. That peace is your sign, not your discouragement. That is your pickup, not your pieces. And now this is your moment to re-anchor your soul, brother, to believe with maturity, to trust without sight, and to rejoice even before the transfer comes into your bank account, because it will come. It is already written. A good day for the grant community in Nigeria is already fixed and settled. Soon, the silence would break. The phones would buzz. The alerts would chime. The screens would flash with confirmations. And those who held on will dance. Not just because the money came, but because they became stronger, they became wiser, and more aligned with God's purpose through the waiting period. Until then, lift your eyes to the hills. Lift your hope. Lift your confession. Your name is on the list. I said your name is on that list. Your day is nearer than you could ever think or imagine. Be still and know that it is done. I rest my case.